Okay, it says it's go time. It says it's show time. So let's get on with the show here, everyone. Happy Wednesday. How is everybody doing today on this beautiful June 10th day? I'll put up my little ticker tape across the bottom and say that we're going to talk a little bit about attraction marketing and how it is important. How important is it to make a goal? And we'll get right into that after you guys jump in, sign in, and let me know where you're coming in from. If you're coming in on the replay, hit replay so that I can get out, shout out to you after the fact. And for all of those who have never been on a live with me before, my name is Heather Atkinson, and I am coming at you live this afternoon from Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada. And it's a beautiful, sunny, I think it's 26 degrees out there today, Celsius, and I sat in the backyard for a bit, put my foot up. I had surgery on Monday, so just trying to take it easy. How are all of you doing? Please let me know. Jump in and let me know. So, how important is it for us to make a goal? Some of us really take it for granted that things will just fall into place, and we will just be able to move along with a goal, and maybe it's not really a goal, maybe it's just a dream. So hello, Susan. Thank you for jumping in here today and spending some of your valuable time with me. I really appreciate it. Not everyone knows the importance of making a goal. How many people are winning at their goals, and how many people aren't? And for those people that aren't winning at their goals, they usually sneer at you and say, why are you being so positive, and why are you goal setting, type of things like that. And they get their nose out of joint because they see you making gains in your life and making those big steps and conquering those hurdles, or going over those rocks. Um, some of this, some people say, is a bunch of bunk. That setting goals is not necessarily what you should do. Most of us can't fly, and it doesn't matter how many podcasts you listen to, and it doesn't matter how many books you read and stuff. If you don't get that positive mindset in your head, you're never going to be able to set those goals or to reach those goals. So yeah, Susan said, making goals is hard if you don't know where to start. That's right. Like I said, a goal can be, most people think of it as a dream, first of all, before they implement it and make it a goal. So if you don't ever take your dreams to the next level and actually take the steps to create those goals and to move them forward, they are just dreams. They are just dreams. I was never going to be that Olympic swimmer that I thought I would be in high school. I swam on a swim team and stuff, but I never had the skills, and I was never taught, and I never had the natural ability to be able to get to those goals. Even though I did well, I would never be that Olympic swimmer. But I had goals that were set high for me, and I strived for them, and I became the best that I could be at the level that I was going to be at. And there's nothing wrong with that. I was just never going to be that Olympic swimmer. I was just going to be an average swimmer, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I did set a goal. So there's 5 important components of setting a goal and achieving your goals. There are teachers out there that will say you have to set goals with intention. You have to set your mind to it and set that intention and make a goal and set the little hurdles that you will work it backwards to the starting point, like to today, and work it forward a week at a time, or 2 weeks at a time, a month at a time, 3 months, et cetera, until you can reach that goal. Some people make 5-year plans, some people make 10-year plans. Whatever it is for you, you have to set that goal. Are you still there, Susan? Hello, Shauna. Did you see me pop in there now? Am I back? Am I back? Everybody let me know if I'm back. I touched something and then the whole thing went down the tubes. So hopefully you guys can see me. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Shauna. Thanks for jumping in here. We're talking about goals today, so hopefully you didn't miss too much. If you did, just catch it on the replay. I'm looking at. I'm down a little bit here because I have a few notes to stay on top. So yeah, Susan. Okay, thanks, Shauna. Thanks, Susan, for saying that I'm back. Perfect. Internet. Don't you love technology? It always seems to fail you when you want it to work the most. So I was just talking about goals here and how some teachers are correct when they say you have to set goals with intention in every area. It's like spokes on a wheel, on a tire, on a wheel. There's different spokes that have different parts to it, and you have to have every component to that wheel to make it roll. So if you don't have every component to that wheel, you're going to have a flat tire, and you can't go very far with a flat tire, can you? We can't go very far at all. Like it's like pushing a rock. You're not going to get very far, or very fast, and it'll make your goal that you're working toward a lot harder to get. So there's different components on that wheel that you have to make that wheel work. There's career, financial, spiritual, physical, intellectual, family, and social, all on that wheel. And so, like I said, if you don't have one component of that wheel working, and not all of us are good at all of them, so we have to work harder at the ones that we aren't good at. I mean, it's easy to do the ones that you like to do and the fun things that you like to do. And so when you're making a daily method of operation, a daily goal to work towards just in that day, the things that you want to do, don't do the things that you want to do first. Do the things that you don't want to do first and get them out of the way. Like I said, working on whatever part of the wheel that it is that you are not good at, and get it out of the way, and then move forward. And then you will have a much better day, and you will be much more successful in your day. Have you ever said to someone, let's get together? Like say on New Year's, on a New Year's resolution, you say, oh, we'll see you in the new year. We'll get together. We'll have a meal. We'll chat. We'll have a good time. We'll maybe go to a movie or whatever. And then you never actually move forward with it. You never actually make a plan and follow through with that. And then that person thinks, well, you've let them down because they think that you've lied to them. But you haven't actually lied to them. You've just gotten busy with your own life, and things come up, and then it turns into a week and into a month and then 2 months or whatever, and you're thinking, oh, for heaven's sakes, I haven't talked to whoever it was for X number of days, and we were supposed to get together, and it's totally slipped your mind and it's gone on the wayside. So if you're going to make a plan like that with your friends, make a list of your friends that you want to get together with, and actually move forward and actually make a plan with them to get there, and to actually engage with them. Because if you don't make a plan, days go by and weeks go by and months go by, and you never actually make those plans. What do you have to do to make these goals work for you? Now, there's 5 separate components there that can make you reach your goals or make your goals more attainable. You must be specific. They must be specific, and they must be measurable. So there's 2 right there. Specific, you can't have vague goals like say, oh, I want to lose some weight. You have to put a number on it. You have to put a date on it. You have to put a time limit. That's number 3. Put a time limit. So actually say specifically that I want to lose, 30 pounds by the end of July, end of September, whatever it is. Actually put a date stamp on it, and then it makes you more accountable to reaching that goal. If you actually do make it a specific goal, make it a measurable goal, put a time limit on it, and then you want to put it out there so that everybody else knows that you're working on a goal. You want to either put it on social media, or you want to tell your family, or you want to write it in a journal. Write it down so that it's actually visible, that you can actually see it, and that you'll actually work towards it, because it makes you more accountable that way as well. Maybe get a accountability partner that's going to keep you accountable to actually going to your workouts, or actually eating properly, or striving. If you're on a team, you're working towards that goal of striving to get everybody over that hurdle. Make sure that everybody's on the same page, and that you've actually discussed this with them, and that you're making it out there, putting it out there and putting it in writing or putting it in conversation with them, that, and then they all know where you're going to. Where else would I have? Breaking it down into little steps, into bite-sized chunks, instead of having a goal that is so huge and so unattainable that you never believe that you're going to get there. Celebrate all the little wins along the way, because if you don't have those little bite-sized pieces of goals along the way, like I said, then it's going to seem too unrealistic and too unachievable. Like my idea of becoming an Olympic swimmer, that was way out of my league, but I did have the drive to go to the pool every day and do my practicing and get there and stuff, but I was only going to ever be an average swimmer. So I still had goals, I still had dreams, and I worked towards them, but I would never be at that high level of a skill, even though I was with a team and a coach and a mentor. Find a mentor that's going to help you, maybe give you the skills to help you learn the skills to get there. Oh, Cindy says, one of the hardest things to get over in the rest of my life today was in the comparison of usual. Yes, and that's right, Cindy. Thank you very much for your input. Goals must be your goals. That's number 4. A goal must be something that you've set out for yourself, not what your parents maybe wanted you to be, this doctor or this lawyer or something like that. If it's not something that you have excitement about, and it's not something that you want to do, it has to be the goal that's specific to you. And Shauna says, let's celebrate the wins along the way. Yes, for sure. We want to celebrate all of those small hurdles, because it may seem small in actual fact, but actually in your mind, it helps you to say, okay, I've achieved something today. I've achieved something this week. I've achieved something this month, whether it's just a small thing or whether it's a bigger thing. You have to celebrate those, because it gets in your mindset and it helps to show you that you are moving in the right direction and you are making it towards your end goal, whatever it is for you. To reach a goal, you have to have a big backbone. You have to have a spine. You have to have courage, and you have to have the drive to actually implement some of those tools that you're learning, the skills that you're learning, the steps that you need to take to actually advance yourself. Because if you don't have the drive, if you don't have the mindset, if you don't have that strong backbone and thick skin sometimes, because a lot of people are going to shoot you down. A lot of people are going to get in your face and say, what are you doing that for? Why are you trying to be a better person for yourself? And they see that you're advancing and they think that they're getting left behind, and then they get jealous of you. So they're going to try and cut you down at the knees. So you have to have a thick skin and let some of those negative people wash off you like water off a duck's back, because they're not the people that you need to surround yourself with. You need to surround yourself with the people that are also thinking in the same mindset and along the same line. And what a lot of people call them is your people, or your tribe, or your team, or your family, because that's what we are. We're like a family. We all have the same mindset. We all have the same drive, and we all have the same desire to make it to a higher goal. So you need that courage. You need to have the care and desire to make it there. And like you said, then you will achieve whatever it is that you set your mind out to. And the 5th one, like I already mentioned, is to write it down, to put it in writing, to put it on social media, to tell other people that I'm going to be working on whatever it is. Say you're going to try and lose that 30 pounds. Please don't bring over that chocolate cake and shove it in my face, because that's not what I'm trying to do here. Please support me in the goals that I'm trying to reach for, and then we'll all be moving along in the same direction. The written goal is the breakfast of champions, and you can't do big things without making your goal specific, measurable, your goal on your time limit, and written down. So those 5 things: specific, measurable, your goal, your time limit, and write it down. So hopefully you found some value from that. Hello, Fiona. Thank you for jumping in here right at the end. My friend, long time no see. You'll have to go back to the beginning and listen to the replay and catch all the interesting fun facts that I shared with everyone today. Hopefully you guys all got some value from what I had to share about setting goals and how we can achieve them. And if you did, be sure to pass it along to whoever else can benefit from this. And I would appreciate it. So thank you very much for spending some of your time with me today. And we will catch you all tomorrow for some social media tips and tricks, and hopefully my computer cooperates and I can actually show you and teach you something different. Have a good rest of your day, whatever time of the day it is for you, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.